Parallel developments are taking place on NEET paper leak saga in the national capital. Impasse between government and the cockroach movement continues over Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. Union Cabinet has approved draft paper leak amendment bill to ensure strict punishment for paper leaks. Supreme Court of India has swung into action. Deadlock continues in the parliament and protests are underway at Jantar Mantar. CJP delegation met with government representatives led by JP Nadda at the Constitution Club. After the meeting, CJP leaders said that the government has agreed to compensate kin of NEET paper leak suicide victims and withdraw cases on protesters who took part in CJP's Parliament March. However, the government has sought more time on the third demand, which is Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. Both sides have agreed to meet again tomorrow for further talks.
The government has agreed in principle to provide compensation to the suicide victims of NEET paper leak and withdraw legal cases against protesters. Government has sought more time for Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. We will meet again tomorrow. CJP will have to give a national call if Pradhan does not resign.
They had 3 demands and 5 requests for education reforms. We will hold another meeting with CJP representatives tomorrow and communicate the discussions that we are going to hold within the government.
On the other hand, Prime Minister Modi held a cabinet meeting at the Parliament. Prime Minister Modi issued a video message assuring protesting students of more steps against paper leaks in the meeting. Now the cabinet has passed paper leak amendment bill and it will ensure stricter punishment for perpetrators of paper leaks. The Supreme Court of India has directed the central government and National Testing Agency to file a detailed affidavit on the progress made in implementing reforms after the NEET UG paper leak. The 2-judge bench of the Apex Court also sought status report in reforms at every stage of the examination cycle. The Union government has assured the Supreme Court that it is going 10 extra miles to ensure the integrity of NEET examination, and the court has scheduled the next hearing of the case for 27th of July. Now, in a separate hearing, Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, said that media recklessly reported that he denied urgent hearing on protests led by the cockroach movement. Earlier reports claimed that CJI refused to list a petition alleging police excess against protesting students. However, CJI Kant said that there was no petition filed and it was only representation. Additionally, Supreme Court came down heavily on unauthorized use of live-streamed court proceedings on social media. Justice Surya Kant pronounced an interim measure directing no posting, reposting, extraction, modification, dissemination, monetization, recording or review of court proceedings on social media. The Delhi High Court heard petitions seeking NIA investigation into the violence, vandalism and attacks on police during the cockroach movement's Parliament March. The Delhi High Court refused to intervene and stated that central government has the authority to decide whether to initiate NIA investigation. Activist Sonam Wangchuk has ended his hunger strike at Medanta Hospital after government assured him on 2 of the 3 demands stated earlier. At Jantar Mantar, founder of Cockroach Janata Party, Abhijit Dipke, had said that the sit-in protest will continue and this will be until Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan resigns. Leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has upped the ante against the government. He accused the police of using pellet guns on protesting students. And to prove his claim, Rahul Gandhi was accompanied by a man who claims to have suffered pellet gun injuries during the student protest. Deadlock also continues in Parliament, where both houses of the Parliament were adjourned for the 5th consecutive day of the monsoon session. Parliament will now convene on Monday. And for more details, our correspondent Dharmendra Kaur has sent us this report from New Delhi. Let's take a look.
In the last 24 hours, the government has made headway with respect to assurances and promises, and a very, very important meeting that was just held with the members of the Cockroach Janata Party. Now, the big takeaways from that meeting is this. Number one, the CJP representatives have said that the ministers and the top leadership of the government has in principle agreed to a compensation for the kin of whose children have died by suicide after the paper leak scandal. More than 20 of those children who died by suicide in the past 2 months alone. And then The second in-principle agreement that was mentioned by the CJP was that the government is taking serious cognizance of not having any legal action taken against the youngsters who are protesting peacefully at and around Jantar Mantar. However, while the CJP said that they have mentioned to the government that the resignation of Education Minister is a non-negotiable for them, the Health Minister has made no mention of that as part of the meeting's conversation. However, what the government has confirmed is that there will be another meeting on Saturday and they will be taking a decision with respect to the future of Dharmendra Pradhan as the Education Minister of the country.